Hi guys, welcome back to 2A Wolf. Let's look at some of the new products that came in that's going to help us with our build. Okay, did have some new products came in, which is kind of cool. Had to have some of this stuff in order to find out how to channel out the foam and where the lines are going to be, like we talked about before, because I did want to channel stuff out but the light bar and that type of stuff, I was kind of unsure where to do the channels because the light bar, I didn't know where the holes were, I didn't know where that stuff was. So other stuff came in as well, so let's check it out. I'll put you up on the rack and you guys can watch. Okay, so the first thing we got, I wanted to get some reading lights, so that way we would have something that would obviously provide the light when we're doing some kind of reading and stuff. Came up with these, they're kind of cool, they're nice, they're bullet like aluminum type, and it looks like the hole doesn't have to be very big. It's got some really small, like 22 gauge wire, pretty small. But they're little LED lights. They got a little flippy on and off switch on it. So those, I saw the pictures and it looked like they had them mounted on, at each corner and facing like this. But the problem is, if she's reading something, that means the light's going to be my eye. So I think I'm going to try to keep it more overhead or even towards the center, and then she can kind of move it out towards her and away from me. So that's the plan for those. Kind of nice. So this is the foam panel. Kind of got where the center is, so I'm kind of thinking, let me get that wire back in there. I'm kind of thinking, there it is. I'm kind of thinking it would be something, stay. So that way it would be, well, I'd fall down, but something like that. Straighten that out. So something like that, so that way she can have one, one pointing towards her, pointing that way, and I'm not looking at her light, and vice versa. I'm one of those people I go to sleep kind of early and I get up before the sun. She likes to stay up and get up later. So having the light will kind of help when she wants to read a regular book. She does have one of those fire things that she doesn't need a light for, and sometimes her laptop and all this other stuff. It's all backlit. So real low voltage, I think that'll work. So the panel came in, which is kind of nice. I'll move this down just a bit. Kind of excited about the panel. So I seen this panel. I thought it was really cool because I can actually, it comes with labels of what you're doing with it. So you can put the labels of what the switches all do. So it's kind of nice. I'll be able to see the voltage at a glance. It's all blue, backlit. It's got rocker switches. So it gives me a chance to have 5 different things. So I'll probably do, I won't have to do those lights, but I'll probably do one for the fan. I'll do one for, I'm gonna have some interior lights around the inside of the bed. So maybe a left and a right. And then I'll have a couple of spares, I guess. I'm not gonna do an overhead light, just for the simple fact, when I sit up, I really don't want anything up there. But I might figure out what to do with these later. And then it has USB ports, which is kind of nice. I don't know if you can see that or not, USB ports. And then of course a regular cigarette lighter, which might come in handy because I think that refrigerator does take a cigarette lighter. I might be able to do something with that, do an extension out towards the back for the cigarette lighter. Okay, this is one of the reasons why I carved out this, but look how deep that is. That's a lot deeper than the foam. not what I was really planning. I did cheat and opened it already, so I'm going to look at it. It does have a couple of dents in it. I'm not really sure why, and to be honest with you, I'm not really I'm really not materialistic, so, but I did find out that this wire is on the very end. Now I can have a good idea of where. So one thing I have to remember, put this over here. I have to remember to stay away from roughly 1.25 inches. I have to stay away from, because that's going to be the width of the aluminum that's going to be up there, right? So I got to stay away from about there, because the aluminum is going to be on the outside. Yeah, granted, I could just bolt right through the aluminum, I suppose, but I think that's not how the brackets are. Okay, they got rubber pads. It's got these little grippy knurl things. Not very good ones at that, I can tell you that right now. Alright, so that'll go in between them, so that would really help. Yep. Okay, so they have these little grippy starlight things to go on there. But I now know about where those holes are going to be. Okay, so I thought about it. Let me turn the other way. Okay, I thought about it. There was some issues with the switch panel I got. So I carved that out thinking that the switch panel could be here for the, the controller and everything, and have the wires go down there. It's not deep enough for the switch panel I got. The decision is made. I'm just going to use these corners, and I'm going to put the reading lights there. The wires will come down. I went ahead and cut out the channel, so the wires for the alley lights will be able to come down. And I went ahead and notched out the top. I think you can see that. I notched that out all the way down, so the wires from, so I'll have the fan, they'll drop down on top of that channel. It'll run down and all the way down, because down here is going to be the battery and that type of stuff. Then the fan power, so the power and stuff for the fan, the lights, and the solar will get into that channel, and they'll all drop down, because down here is where that battery and stuff's going to be. Now the light bar that goes on front of the truck, I found out where that goes, got that lined out. So that's kind of like one of the brackets there, the other bracket will be down there. But I know that I can drill a hole here, and actually it's just above that. And that will come down here. Now, the power stuff for the big light bar is actually the switch is actually going to be in the cab of the truck, because I'll be driving if I ever use that. So that'll take care of that. So as far as this goes, I'm ready to seal that up and get this panel going and just get her done. Let me show you what I decided to do for the switch panel and stuff. Here's what I decided to do. Sorry about the fan if it's blowing the microphone, but here's what I decided to do. I'm gonna make an angle type of cabinet. I'll do one on both sides since I have some that's left over. So this will be like the tower of power, because that channel is going to be running right here. All the wires and batteries going to be down there. I'll cut this to the right height. All the wires are going to come up here, and then that way I can put the switch panel switch panel right about here, which is going to be plenty enough room back in there. I'll put that switch panel in here, and I'll make some cubby holes for the cell phones and that type of stuff. So that'll take care of that. All right, let's get the alley lights in. Try to do this with one hand. All right, so I bent the bracket a little bit so it can fit down into my uni-strut. That way I can get the angle that I want, and then I can tighten the little screws there in the back. And then I can just run that cable through there. So hold that thought 1 second. Okay, so we're going to drill that out, and then we're going to lag it. Yeah, it's going to take a few minutes. Wiring's going to be right about here. Leaves a little bit of a drip. Good solid light. I'll put some silicone. Okay, now the other side. Okay, got the other side done. Nice and sturdy. Drilled the hole. Got that done. So the next time that we come back, I'll have that panel done. I'll have the light on. I'll have some wiring done. I got to order some metal so I can get the box closed up a little bit so it'll be more stout. And then once that's done, get the tower of power done, get the electrical done, and then, you know, just got to keep moving forward. So, man, it is blazing hot today. Anyways, okay. Thanks for following along on 2A Wolf. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share the video. We need some more subscribers. And I'll just keep plugging along. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, put them down. You know what to do. But thanks again for following along on 2A Wolf, and I'll see you next time.